July 16th, Saturday. I wonder how many days there are. Wish the straw would just stay out. Where's my card? To the east of the castle, across the river, through the mountain past, it grows at the edge of wood. Okay, so we need a castle from across the river. Could it be Munster Castle? Or could it be Greenston Castle? Or Ermont Castle? All the castles got the same image, not really. Any of them have a little flag on them. Shrewsbury Castle. There's a lot of castles. Okay, is there a castle that has a river to the east? Yes. 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 Eventually. Through the mountain pass. Okay, so it's mountainers. It could be... I'm gonna guess that one. The trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze, the low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. Interesting new plant. Verona. It is time. The servant is on the move again. The time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. I hope for your sake you've been able to track down all the plants we need. So do I! We must act before it's too late. Gather the plants. Okay, I get the idea. We're going to the ritual site. Where is the ritual site again? No, I haven't unlocked this yet. Okay, that was not the right thing. A small stone shrine sits off to the one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the centre of the stone, winding into recesses of the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. What 5 plants did I need? What were the 5 plants? Guessing at least 5 plants, maybe? I have one idea of what I'd want to do before I play the game. Which one of the plants was it that unlocked stuff? Okay, Calvellum. Because I feel like this is getting towards the end and I want to unlock the box. And then we'll, I don't know, look through the book and see what those plants look like. Until we find the one that fits. It'll be so much fun, I can assure you. I have it somewhere. Oh, Calvellum. Follow the... Okay, maybe I don't want to be here yet. What was that? Follow the Dunbar... The Dublin tributary to its source. Okay, that was the incorrect. Oh, it's sourced to the bigger lake, probably. Music's something very pretty. That means that... Never seen this plant, grows in abundance. I'm sure it's important. Okay, first is the corpse friend. A reminder, then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. The third is fearbringer, fourth to lift a curse, last a petal to secure black blood's reverse. Okay, that's cool. A corpse's friend? What's a corpse's friend? Dead man's fingers? Realistically, it's got to be a plant I've already found, but it might not be. I've got a lot of blank spaces yet. Say, friend, corpse's friend, so a friend of the dead? Devil's nightcap? This plant colloquially known as corpse's friend, okay. Ingest a seed, slow, agonizing death, nice. The plants will grow out the body once it's deceased, wonderful. It has a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles, but in the root particular. Okay, cute. What was the plant I found growing out of their body? It moves fast for a plant. I don't like that. That sounds ominous. You go stand near Wanderer. If I wander a bit, you go stand near there. We'll see who's faster. Somewhat damp smell. It's really somewhat pungent. So not a light, pleasant scent. Smart smell. We're looking for pine needles, not sweet rhubarb. Very strong aroma, slightly aniseedy. Well, we're looking for light and pleasant. Gentle scent, but that is the wrong shape of flower. And by flower, I obviously meant petal. Bland smelling, that's not correct. Very delicate flower. It's not really. Don't think it's going to be this one for some reason. Right, in theory I have it somewhere, but I'm not sure. So we'll move on for a minute, but I'll write down. Once again, so I have a pen and paper. So I know which one it is. Okay, what's the next part of the clue? Okay, then comes the ankle grabber. What do we have? Name of plants. I'm hoping the name's gonna give it away. So like ankle grabber. So it needs to ensnare or trap. No, or less. Swift snare. The binder, ankle grabber, and never let go are several names given to this plant may clue. Okay, so I know what the next one is. Swift snare. So this is barrow. It's acting like an inky pen. Okay, Swift snare has small heart-shaped leaves. And heart-shaped leaves, but they're not very small. They're kind of big. I kind of feel like it might be this one because, you know, it moves fast for a plant. I don't know which way it wants to go. Third is the fear bringer. I feel like... What was the one the guy wanted? There was two the guy wanted. There was one that bring him whatever and the other one that bring him fear. I can't remember. Though I did just make a joke about Widow's woe. Woe is fear? Or sadness? Said to induce fear. Kemp foot partly due to unpleasant odour. Somewhat dark. So we just had one that had a very unpleasant odour. Somewhat pungent. Doesn't mean it's unpleasant, because that's totally the wrong thing. I'm so happy that all these plants I'm finding so far are ones that I've not used. And I imagine making my life easier. Oh wait, soft aroma rice with paraffin, that's Swift snare. I'm pretty sure. Or Devil's Nightcap, that's Swift snare, so that'll be Devil's Nightcap. Dainty dark flowers. Grow up from a bed of long thin leaves. Could be. But you know, it doesn't really say anything about an unpleasant scent. I mean, I wouldn't say damp is unpleasant. That's my issue. Not a great scent, don't get me wrong. But there are worse scents. Definitely not rhubarb. Rhubarb smells fantastic. That's like dainty dark flowers. There's nothing about the scent there. I will give this a go. It might be wrong. It probably is wrong. Fourth, to lift a curse. I've had plenty of flowers that lift curse. Guess we'll play the fun game of putting my book away when I was just going to read every page until I find one. That just says cure, not curse. It mentions something to do with a curse. And I have to now ignore the word curse. Cures, because it's the same spell. No, it's got all the same letters, it's just all in the wrong order. Curses. Sorry, that came out very. Which I have, and I have found, so I just need to find it on my shelf, which is a whole other issue. Long, that says long, right? Last, a pestle secure black blood's reversal. Is that like the... I have a feeling... Right, so... yeah. I'm jumping to conclusions here. But that was specified. So... Which one's that one? An antidote for Dangerous Madra. Black blood reversal. Okay, cool. Yes. I just need to find it. Why did I sort everything else like this? I am literally now hunched over trying to find them. bloomin' thing because I overconfidently just stuffed everything on a shelf because I forgot there was a point to all this. Okay, is it gonna be mad I didn't put it in a specific order? So I don't really know what the specific order would be. Well done, I'll take it from here. I stand back and watch as Verona walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. It feels a long time passed before she looks up, but in reality it was perhaps only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. What do you mean nothing's happening? Have we got the right plants? I think so, perhaps we just need to be patient. A loud noise behind us makes us all jump. Turning round, I see something that makes my blood run cold. The woman in the jade mask is walking calmly, slowly towards us from the other side of the clearing. Behind her, standing tall and terrifying, is the black silhouette of the servant. Oh god! He's just a cutie, I'm sure. What was that about being patient? I think we're out of time. Do not be afraid. I'm here to surrender willingly. The servant cannot be allowed to... Ah! The creature lunges forward and brings her huge arms siphoning towards her. Her scream pierces the cold air and she drops to her knees, clutching her head, but the blow seems to glance off to the side as if it comes hurtling down and the beast's claw ends up embedded in the dirt instead of the woman's back. I can't hold it back much longer. You need this. She throws a small vial of red liquid which Reuben deftly catches and holds up to the light. Blood? Quickly, I know what to do. Verona grabs the vial and fumbles as she gets the stopper out. As she turns back to the shrine, the servant has its huge arm free again and is slowly advancing with strange jerky movements. Verona pours the blood in a small cavity in the shrine, and everything seems to happen at once. A pillar of bright light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in its chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, drowning out the screams of the woman in the jade mask, who is clutching her head and writhing in agony on the ground. Ooh. There's an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred ground smoulders where it stood moments before. My head is spinning at what just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servant? With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I have been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. We are fortunate that Thea was able to stay in control of the beast for as long as she did. Who can say what would have happened if she was unable to prevent it causing the destruction it craved? Undermere has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All the nervous tension that had built up evaporated in an instant, and the people had ploughed their energies into celebration and merriment. They do not know the whole truth, of course, that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, was one who summoned the servant. I promised Reuben that I would leave it to him to unravel the mess. She is his daughter, after all. And for myself, while I'm back in the calm of the strange horticulture, of course we have Hellborn for company. It's quieter around here, but I'm content, and there's always more plants to learn and discover. The sleeping Dendro is done. The servant can go back to being in the dark. The end. Okay, I got ending 2, so there are multiple ending. Okay, so the investigator is alive and attempting to reconnect with his daughter. Verona, the occult scholar, she regularly visits you for advice. You become fast friends. The sister, Bethany Coleman, is in your debt. Your action helps save the sisterhood. Faye is swift, alive also. She has not dreamt of the servant since you performed the ritual. The psychic. In Hydus, Ennis Alfred, the cultist, has not been seen since the defeat of the servant. There are rumours he is living in Rydal's cave once again. Forrest Fair, the hunter, wounded. Both his body and his pride have been damaged, but he lives. Thea Ward, in hiding, the woman in jade mask, ashamed of her actions that caused so much pain and death. It is unlikely she will ever fully recover from the trauma. Isol Burbridge is alive. The barrister, currently pursuing legal action against strange horticulture. How dare you? I wasn't aware there was going to be multiple endings, but I feel like I didn't get a bad ending. That seems like a good ending, right? I might play again on my own and purposely try to get the bad ending. That could be fun. Have you heard of the Monastery of Black Veil? I think it would interest you. I learned from the man from Ravenglass. If you're ever in the part of the world, you should... Okay, so I could just try and identify the last 50... multiple plants. Monastery of the Black Veil. Monastery of the Black Veil. Monastery. Okay, maybe go to Ravenglass and find out what's up. I'm met by a man with thick black beard and kind eyes who's delighted to have found a willing ear to listen. You won't find the monastery of the Black Veil marked on any map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of the wood. I remember that much. We must be heading west because I could feel the sun on my face. It was evening. We crossed 2 rivers. There was a followed river while I could hear it to my left. Blah blah. Here, if you're serious about going, you better have this. Jeez. So the game continues. But I finished the story. Oh, we'll play through. Hopefully this is like a final day. We'll play through, see what happens. That's a mountain. They're not mountains, and that's where I want to be. That's a mountain. They're not mountains. So it's 1, 2, 3, and down. That's where I want to be. The sun is lower sky. I'm tired after a long day. I've earned this award. See what people have to say. It's good to see you too, Hellborn. It's been a while. You seem relaxed even though nothing ever phases you. I must admit it's been buried in my book since I've seemed to have missed all the excitement. Your plants had a part to play though. I've been collecting some information on selection of plants, a little book I put together. I was hoping you'd help me finish identifying all these plants. Let's start with Moonlight Flower, Bellownox. I've always liked that one. Is Bellownox just another name for it, or? Doesn't seem to be. Do I just have to guess? Oh, Moonlight Twilight, that could be it. Yeah, it doesn't really seem to be. Oh, perhaps just prepare the elixir. She's going to ignore it for a bit. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. That. Stop it. I just want that. I just want, no, that one. Leaf of the Storian. Dark Flower of the Tomb. Stench of Twilight. Now, oddly enough, that flower I was just looking at might be involved. Okay, pretty foul, bad smell. Doesn't seem right. And I've lost track of which ones there was what. Oh, but that was the, I have the notes, that was Swift Snare. I know that one. That's the wrong type of leaf. But that's not a foul smell. Rhubarb is a nice smell. Wrong type of leaf. That isn't a bad smell. It could be that, but the leaf is not quite right, and they're normally really good. If it's meant to have a line in it, it's going to have a line in it. But they're more, the leaves themselves are more ovular. Maybe I'll ignore that one for now. Dark Flower of the Tomb. That might be the one that I found last. That might be this one. But I can't remember what it was called. That might be Devil's Nightcap. But I don't think that was Devil's Nightcap. That was definitely Widow's Woe. Maybe I'm overthinking of this. Is it just a plant called Storium? Yes, I'm just overthinking this. Or Sterium. Red fruit should not be ingested under any circumstances. Cross section of stone. Triple Zelm Folum with a Storium. But it has dark red fruit. So not small delicate leaves. Red fruit, long flat leaves. Cross section of the stem shows a distinctive triple xylem and a phloem on the Storium. Okay. I don't think any of that's in English. But that's the only thing I have that has red fruit left on it at this point. Unless we're looking at a mushroom. And even then, all of them have just about claims. So we'll go try that. Flower of a Tomb. Pronounced tomb, this flower is sometimes associated with death. Is a fragrance in soap and candles. How nice. That doesn't really help much. It's only sometimes associated with death. Might be that. Because I say nice scent. Associated with death, so black makes sense. And the stench of twilight, it must be that. So I just have to work out what that is. There we go, a rather unpleasant scent. Why didn't I look at that one to begin with? That works. I'm guessing that's ticked off. So, elixir of the Black Veil. That was. Wait, which ones did I use again? That one was Twilight. That was Torm, or whatever. And was that the Storian? God, I hope that's right. Okay, now where's the other letter? We were heading because I could feel the sun. Okay, where's Ravenglass? Where was Ravenglass again? Ravenglass is there. Okay. Map, they don't want to be there. Mansfield's on the edge of the woods. From that much we've been heading west. I could feel the sun on my face. There was evening. Crossed 2 rivers and we followed the river for a while. I could hear it to my left as we travelled. They left me here in Ravenglass and I stayed ever since. Okay, so he ended up in Ravenglass, which means maybe if we follow it backwards, follow the river, which would be, I imagine that. Follow the river. We crossed 2 rivers, but where did you cross? And the sun was on the face. It was evening. Heading west, so we need to head east. A monastery on the then across 2 rivers. So, guessing the monastery was on the edge of these woods? No, not that bit. I think I'm just doing this for the love of the game at this point. Okay, so river, follow the river along his right, so it'll be on his left, so it'll be the right. Cross 2, and then forest. 3 figures in the face hidden behind black coverings come out to meet me. The figure on the left speaks first. The monks of the Black Veil, we know the horticulturalist. Then the one in the centre group as they will share their knowledge if they receive payment. Third member of the tree. Ooh, so many book entries. There's my Bella Nox I needed. Hurry up, put them away. Dark and mysterious, have enchanted people a century, though it sends people mad with the obsessed desire. Or in I mean, that looks like Bella Nox. I like the ones that are just so obviously obvious. Nox. Spring wax cap, that's a mushroom, isn't it? Sounds like it should be. That's not what I said. It's a mushroom, some medical properties. Wandering flippin' thing. I'm guessing it's that just by process of elimination. I don't know. It's called spring wax cap and it's waxy. That and I don't have that many shrooms left. Haverage. Pretty blue flowers line the stem. Seems right. I'm only naming them now so I don't pick the same ones up. Fool's Midnight. Dark mushroom has a fleshy underbelly. Potent sulfuric aroma. It's not put my focus off. That sounds right. Demel. Common to the thistle. Its leaves are occasionally brewed into tea that would use to calm anxiety. My anxiety. Blinds my best. That kind of looks like it might be it, just based on the leaves. Yes. Lesser Meridoc. Girl, could we do this in alphabetical order? Or at least by order of what I don't have ticked off yet. Round head of the Meridoc made of small yellow flower. Florets, a single drop of the strong smelling sap from the plant can also drain a person. Well, I don't think it's that one. So it must be that one. Yes. Amarella. Emerald. Smells of strawberries. A powerful balm against disease of heart. It's not cure once illness is set in. Smells of strawberries. Smells like. Finally, we used that plant. Have you heard of Evo? Maybe. Scent produces short stem and pretty leaves. Somewhat pungent. Scent, yeah. That'll be up. I'm guessing that depending on the route you take and what options you choose, depends which flowers you're going to find. So this is just a really cute way to finish up the stuff you haven't got, which is kind of cool. I like that idea. Hallucinogenic properties. Oh, it's highly addictive, can lead to sickness and death. Looking for something like that. It's of the heart-shaped leaves. Seriously, could we just do it in an order? Baradum. Baradoom. Baradum. Thick burradum leaves make tasty addictive stews. Superstitious folks won't allow burradum into their homes and believe it brings bad luck. And how do you make your stew? It's not that, that's for something else, I know that. Don't think it's you. Like that, my mother often uses burradum in leaves in her cooking. She's too stubborn for superstition. That looks correct, so we'll just do that. Yes. Burradum. Polysis. Flower, cushion to paste, cure cough. Your fur can attest this is supposed to cure, does not work. Well, let's see what this looks like at least. I'm looking for something a bit wispy. They're not wispy enough. Could be that. Yes! Right, why couldn't we had that whilst I had that page open earlier? Also called Truth Slayer, this plant will force the person to tell the truth when eaten. Its sparsely petaled pale flower gives off strong scent. Sparsely petaled plain flower gives off strange scent. Lysel of Neptune. Then Meek Dew. If that's related to Make Do. Beautiful flower made up of many smaller florets make this a sought-after decorative plant, although it's difficult to care for. Maybe a pleasant looking plant, but touching it against birds will result in painful sores. How about we don't touch that plant then? I think I'm just going to throw all the plants I don't have claimed right now in their own little corner, so I don't have to keep going forwards and backwards. Okay, they're all claimed. That one isn't, I'm pretty sure. Much the same as that one, that I already know what they are. Look at the florets. Small leaves, delicate flowers. That looks about it, right? Yes! Carnivorous Tauren. I'm just gonna take a wild guess there. Carnivorous Tauren. I'm so good at this, I didn't even need to find its page. Caldery. The uses of Caldery are not well known. Some say application dark magic. So those who worship the huntress are doing it. Place flowers as offering to ensure a successful hunt. I swear I already did that one, but that one looks like it might be it. Yes. And then last one is a Prittle. Though now I am very curious to know what it does say in the Carnivorous Torrens page. There is enough of Andrew Bain after an unfortunate demise of the man called Andrew Garden, who was caught and slowly eaten alive by a large specimen of Tauren, revered by in the cult world a cross-section of the Tauren. I'm surprised it didn't just say, really you had to check. Okay, Prittle. It's on the last page. Covered in rich Prittle, currently die. Hard to come by and cultivate. Guessing that's that though, maybe I didn't use that one. Yay! I identified all the plants. Well, that seems to be all of them. You know, I think you've earned the right to call yourself an experienced horticulturist. Thanks. End day. Yay! Well, I finished. So, thanks for watching. Like if you like, subscribe if you can. Tell me awesome, tell me terrible. Feel free to buy the game, play the game, and get a different ending, so let me know how it goes. Anyway, it's Missy signing off. God, I'm going to go drink a load of water. Goodbye.